Hi, my name's Will and welcome to the Distorted Transmission for today. I'm talking to Auckland band Forsworn. How are you guys?
We're good. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're a relatively new band, so for the sake of people watching, maybe you can maybe do the introductions, like who's in the band and what do they do?
Okay, so I'm Caleb Strong, the vocalist and lead guitarist, and we've got Dylan Parker who's on the
On
drums.
the drums.
We've got Junior Grant who's the rhythm guitar, and Alex who's on bass. Yeah, we've been me and Dylan. Yeah,
me and Caleb played together probably 4 years ago for the first time.
yeah,
We just had like a jam, and then we decided to slowly get the ball rolling on forming a band. And then we met Junior at things.
and that happened about a year ago. So
Yeah. We've only really been a band for about, I don't know, 7 months.
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
My next question was history related, so I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
7 months.
Yeah.
First of all, how's it going for 7 months?
It's going really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Dylan's enjoying it. We're all enjoying it, actually.
Mhm.
We've got good chemistry between the four of us. So
Which was really good. I'd never really done any sort of performing. I've been like I played drums for a while, but in terms of doing shows, I'd never done anything before I'd met Junior or Caleb, so that was a bit scary. I mean, these guys had done a few little things at Ding Dong Lounge, but I was pretty new. But this is definitely like a roller coaster, but it's really really fun. So I love it.
yeah,
What's the kind of average age for you guys? I think you're quite young across the board.
Yeah.
I think average we're about 22,
Mhm.
22, 23.
Young fellas.
Young bucks. Yeah.
I'd say that you're a band heavily influenced by old thrash. Would that be accurate?
Yeah,
Yes. Definitely.
I was there back in the thrash days, and thrash kind of died with the emergence of grunge in the very late 80s and early 90s. There were a few bands that sort of soldiered on. So what made you guys at your age decide to form a band with such influences? Is thrash and 80s sort of heavy rock still relevant in this era, in your opinion?
I would say, judging off what we see when we do our shows, I'd say it's very much still alive and very much a thing that is still enjoyed by many young people our age. I think growing up, I mean, I listened to a lot of thrash purely because that's what my mom listened to, and so it just influenced me. And then I never really had anything else as influential like thrash metal impact me as much.
Mm.
It's just the energy and I don't know. It's just such a release when you play that style of music and listen to it. It's just, yeah.
and I didn't grow up on metal music or listen to it as a kid. I only started really hearing it until I met Dylan. So for me, it's the feel of the music it's the I've tried to play different genres of music before, like pop rock and other like jazz and all sorts of random crap. And like for me, it's the feel of the music and the percussiveness and the simplicity. Even though a lot of thrash songs aren't really simple, but it's just meat and potatoes
Yeah.
music to
Yeah.
me. That's what I like about it.
Okay. Well, I did actually notice that the drummer, sorry, drummer, what was your name again?
I'm Dylan.
Dylan. Good name, good solid name. When I saw you guys play at Ding Dong the other night, it was very easy to see that you were a heavily thrash influenced drummer. I really enjoyed it. I thought you held down the drumming section perfectly. I thought it was really good.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, next thing. So what do you think about the current state of New Zealand music as it relates to your band? Are you optimistic about the way it's heading? Do you think New Zealand has, venues like personally, like recently, a lot of venues have gone under. That does concern me because I mean, although music comes and goes in sort of waves, like venues, when they start to close, I mean, hopefully new ones pop up, but they don't always do that. So, what do you feel about the current state of Auckland in particular?
Yeah, I think you kind of have to be optimistic because it's the only thing that kind of keeps it alive is if you just keep it going, Like, I think we heard that Thirsty Dog has stopped doing metal shows or something like recently, and that place was perfect. We did a gig there and it was amazing, but obviously that's not going to happen anymore, which is a big shame. So we're lucky to have places like the Ding Dong Lounge and stuff. But definitely, yeah, I think you just have to stay optimistic regardless. But yeah, it's thrash and heavy music, I think, is sort of the minority when it comes to live music, I'd say.
And that doesn't mean that the music won't grow. There's shout out to Cesura. Those guys are like 17 years old and they're busting out some of the meanest thrash metal I've heard.
Yeah.
And like, it's, you know, there's still always going to be new people that are into that music. And I mean, the population's only growing and the scene is growing, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
So yeah, I choose to keep optimistic about that. And you know, some venues are going under and going away, but that doesn't mean that other venues won't pop up and stuff like that. You never know.
And we always see new people at shows, so there's always different people coming through, and you never know who's suddenly going to hear thrash music and go, "Oh, that's my new favorite music," or something. You know, it's just, yeah, just got to keep it alive, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. The question is related to the band directly. What's the plan for this year? Do you have any goals that include recording or bigger shows or gigs outside of Auckland? And do you have any gigs coming up that you'd like to mention?
The 24th of February lined up with Cesura's EP release party, and
that's at the Ding Dong Lounge.
That's at the Ding Dong Lounge, yep. And we've also got on the 2nd of March a thing called Jake Stock. I haven't got much information on that yet. That's out in Kumi somewhere. And on the 9th of March is back at the Ding Dong Lounge. And we've also got plans to do some recording around April, May. Yeah. Maybe even into June. So, yeah, I mean,
our goal is to record probably 2 to 3 songs this year, and then obviously eventually down the road maybe put out an album. But at the moment we're just working on we've got a couple of new songs in the works, and then we're just going to look at recording 2 to 3 songs maybe this year, just see how that goes.
If you're going to go into a studio and like track the drums properly, I would recommend that you do 3 or 4 songs, because it just makes it more viable. Because studios are usually half day or full day. So if you go in there with 4 songs, then you can really get a decent body of work all at once. I mean, you can do it 1 song here, 2 songs there, but for the amount of effort that it takes, it doesn't take much more just to add an extra couple of songs as far as tracking goes. But it's like, oh, there's 1 song, next song. You're already at the studio. You're all set up. It's the packing up and breaking down that takes most time in the studio. So like once you're set up, just track as much as you can. And then, I mean, you can always release it later or do something with it later, but to actually track, it will save you money in the long run. These days, people just release singles and that's fine. But if you did have like an EP CD or something to release at gigs as merch or something, I think that might be advisable as well. Up to you, of course, but those are just my thoughts.
Yeah. That's smart.
So what goals have you set to develop the band as an entity? You're still sort of developing your sound, developing who does what in the band and how they do it, all that sort of stuff. So is there anything that you feel needs to improve to become a better band going ahead?
I think we could definitely do with some sort of merchandise, stickers or, T-shirts or something, just to so people have the opportunity at our shows and it's available for them to see and take home something to remember or, to come back to.
Merch, definitely, sure. But I mean, like, internally within the band,
right?
Is there anything that you're trying to hone in on?
We could improve on communicating between each other when we're all in the same room and making music, and just being honest with what we think about everybody's ideas.
I think sometimes we're a bit too scared to step on each other's toes and we hold back. Like if we've got an idea on something, we don't want to offend the other person by saying, hey, what if we try playing it like this, or what if you do that? I think we sort of are a bit too apprehensive when it comes to sharing ideas sometimes, and I think we could definitely be a bit more open with each other in terms of songwriting and music. I mean, we do, of course we do, but to more of an open field sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like we shouldn't feel ashamed to share an idea with someone. It's not going to offend each other. We're all in the same band together. We're here to make music together. So yeah, I think just more open with our ideas.
It usually just comes down to the way that you critique things, like sort of like positive critiques as opposed to criticisms. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's very healthy. I'm optimistic for your band. Cool. All right. Finally, is there anything else you'd like to add to the interview?
I'd like to do a big shout out to If It Bleeds, which is, we did our first show with them, and they really gave us, well, me personally, they gave us a lot of confidence for going up there and just, letting it all out. And they've just been sort of helping us keep up with the shows and organizing shows with us and all of that. And they've just been such a good group of guys to doing music with,
And the vocalist Rory made us some Forsworn stickers,
which was really nice of him. Yeah.
Yep. And again, I want to do a massive shout out for Cesura as well, on releasing their EP, and we're doing their show on the 24th with them. I'm really excited for that, actually, because
it'll be good. It'll be a good show.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for the interview, and best of luck with everything going ahead. Good luck with the 3-track recording or the 4-track recording, whatever you decide to do. And good luck with your shows. Thanks very much.
All good.
Worries.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
See you later,
everybody.
And thanks for watching.